Hello, I'm Unicorn. Following the Captain Udeka's message on the Creator's action of the first creation, about the initial creation and birth of the Spirit, today's topic is the principles and the process behind the birth of the spirit souls taking place in the 11th dimension. This birth of the spirit soul is called the Creator's action of the second creation. Here's Captain Udeka's message. A spirit is created by the Creator's action of the first creation, and according to the characteristics of the created spirit, a spirit soul is born by the Creator's action of the second creation. Based on the blueprint for the spirit created by the Creator's action of the first creation, a cognate soul is created and combined with the spirit by this Creator's action of the second creation to result in the birth of the spirit soul in the 11th dimension. Reflecting the evolutionary path of the spirit created by the Creator's action of the first creation, a spirit soul is given birth in the 11th dimension, where the material experience of the spirit soul is managed and supervised. To start the journey of the spirit in the material world of Samtaeguk, which means the material universe from the 1st to 12th dimension, a spirit requires a soul that works as a coat for the spirit to wear. Angels also need to wear special coats called the soul that protects the spirit in order to perform heavenly works as energy beings in the material world. In the material world, a spirit can make the journey of the spirit soul only in the form of a spirit soul, the entity in which a spirit is combined with a soul. The soul worn by angels are much different from those of humans. For a spirit to wear the body of a life form, the spirit must wear a coat called a soul first. The process in which a spirit wears a soul as its coat is called the Creator's action of the second creation. For a spirit soul to obtain the body of a life form, the spirit soul must be combined with the energy of Bag, which is the primordial vital energy for the body of the life form. The alignment of the energies of spirit, soul, and Bag and their combination are conducted in the 5th dimensional spiritual hierarchy of a planet. A series of processes in which the energies of spirit, soul, Bag are then combined with the energies of Jung, Gi, Shin in the 5th dimension so that a spirit soul can obtain the body of a life form is called the Creator's action of the 3rd creation. A spirit soul can evolve efficiently when wearing the body of a life form that can manifest a high level of consciousness in experiencing the material world. The heaven has prepared a variety of coats so that spirit souls can wear to acquire material experiences. Created by cutting-edge cosmic engineering technology, the human body is the latest coat model in the universe that a spirit soul can wear. Spirit souls who can wear the human body, the coat of the latest model, are indeed the blessed in the universe. As for ascending spirit souls, they must evolve to reach a certain level in size, brightness, and density of the spirit before they can wear the human body. Once the evolutionary path of a spirit soul and the code for the spirit soul to wear are determined, the Creator's action of the second creation is undertaken in the 11th dimension. The creation process for the spirit souls that will wear the coats of roses or oak trees is greatly different from that for the spirit souls that will wear the coats of anchovies or squid. The Creator's action of the second creation for plants and animals is not so complicated compared to that of humans. The Creator's action of the second and third creation for plants and animals are conducted through automated programs. In order to receive the human body as a code, a spirit must go through a highly complex process called the Creator's action of the second creation. This process taking place in the 11th dimension is as follows. Firstly, reflecting the characteristics and the evolutionary path of a spirit, and based on the reincarnation program of the spirit soul designed by the spirit itself, soul energy is coupled with a spirit to give birth to a spirit soul. The soul accompanies the spirit as partner in the evolutionary path. If the spirit corresponds to yang, which is the positive energy and the energy of light, the soul may well correspond to which is the negative energy and the energy of darkness. The spirit manifests spirit consciousness, whereas the soul embodies soul consciousness. On the energy membrane called the soul, the matrix for soul consciousness is installed that determines the refractive index of spirit energy. The matrix for soul consciousness has three types: light, intermediate, and darkness. The matrix of light carved on the energy membrane called the soul has a transparent grid which allows for complete penetration of light. The grid of the intermediate matrix installed on the energy membrane called the soul appears translucent and allows about 70% of light to penetrate. The matrix of darkness engraved on the energy membrane called the soul has the grid that is clearly visible, letting through only about 50% of light. The level of the manifestation of spirit consciousness varies depending on the type of matrix for soul consciousness. Also, the way humans perceive and interpret things differs depending on the type of matrix of soul consciousness. Besides, the type of matrix of soul consciousness determines the way humans understand and accommodate truth. The Creator's action of the second creation is performed on the matrix for soul consciousness by the Council of Reincarnation in the 11th dimension. Secondly, based on the characteristics, evolutionary path, and the content of the reincarnation program of the spirit soul, the soul consciousness program to be engraved on the soul energy membrane is determined. The soul consciousness program is installed to allow a spirit soul to enrich its material experience. The layers of emotions and consciousness that humans can experience differ between those who live the Neolithic age and those who live the Joseon dynasty of Korea. Also, the layers of emotions and consciousness that humans living in the era of industrialization can experience differ from those living in the modern information age. The Soul Consciousness Program is designed to realize various layers of emotions and consciousness in spectrum that human beings can manifest according to the level of development of the human society. With the content of the Soul Consciousness Program that became diverse, a variety of human personalities can be born. Out of various combinations between the three matrices for soul consciousness and diverse soul consciousness programs created by the process of the Creator's action of the second creation, human beings can be born with a wide range of personalities. Thirdly, the characteristics and evolutionary path of a spirit soul determine the content of the reincarnation program for the spirit soul. The reincarnation program for the spirit soul is determined in the 11th dimension by the original spirit and heaven. The reincarnation program for the spirit soul features the content of one life in full, including birth, aging, sickness, and death. Based on the content of the spirit soul's reincarnation program, the gender, appearance, and personality of its avatar are determined. Reflecting the purpose of the spirit soul's reincarnation program, its avatar's talents and the energy cells that shape avatar's personality are determined to become the basis for the Creator's action of the second creation. Lastly, the characteristics, evolutionary path, and the content of the reincarnation program for a spirit soul determine the quantity of the karma that the spirit soul should dissolve in its upcoming life. When the quantity of the karma for a spirit soul to dissolve in its upcoming life is determined, karmic energy fields are elaborately programmed so that they can be installed in its avatar's body. Just as no spirit souls are identical in the universe, no identical karmic energy fields exist in the universe. The Creator's action of the second creation is conducted by the Council of Karma in the 11th dimension in such way that the karmic energy fields to be installed for the upcoming life do not overlap with the energy seals to be allocated to that life. As there's a need to unravel the Creator's action of the second creation, I, Captain Udeka, leave this message as a record. 5th of July, 2020, Udeka wrote. Thank you for watching.